Hello, everybody. So, we got some things. To talk about this. Well, it's evening for me. I know it might be in the daytime for you guys, but I wanted to do this on Wifey for Lifey, but I don't even know. Wifey for Lifey already has a copyright strike. I think it's from my Will Smith is a video. My Will Smith video. Will Smith is not a simp. Neither is my husband. Because I think I had a video from Facebook, which I don't even care, but I hope I don't have to start another Wifey for Lifey channel now, but whatever. Whatever. I should be sharing my screen. And hopefully I won't get a strike for this because I think like this is allowed from what I read under the fair use policy. But whatever. All right. So first of all, Madame Noir, I don't watch a lot of Madame Noir. I don't. They have this segment now called Listen to Black Women. I don't want to come down hard on my sisters because, we're all Black and I hate to be like that. I'm just checking to see if y'all can hear me. So, can y'all hear me? I don't know. Let me check. Because I can't see the chat. Okay. Yeah, so y'all can hear me. But, right? If y'all can hear me, type yes. Okay, y'all can't hear me. Okay, great. All right. So, yeah. Back to the video. I don't know why it's saying unavailable for me. That's weird. Anyway. Oh, I think it's right here. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay, let me get right to it. So I don't really watch Madame Noir. I mean, if they have a controversial topic, I'll watch a video. But today I saw a video. Her name is Kendra D. Now, I watch her channel. I like her channel. But I don't agree with her on everything. But we do agree with traditional marriage and, well, she's Muslim and I'm Christian. So that right there, we're not on the same page. But a lot of what she says matches my traditional views towards marriage, and the importance of gender roles in a marriage, and the importance of understanding what it means to be a wife and what it means to be a husband. And you guys know, I am a Christian. So, I do come from a biblical perspective, but more than biblical, I come from a common sense perspective. Because you can look at the Black community right now, and I taught in low performing schools, predominantly Black community, so no one can tell me anything about that. You can look at the Black community as a whole, not as us individuals, because I'm leveling up and you're leveling up and some of us are winning, but we're all not winning, okay? We're not winning in marriage. We're not winning in raising our children together in a two-parent home with two parents who are married, who love each other, who are making it work. We're not winning in certain areas. We're not winning. Well, let's just keep it about love for right now because it's too depressing to go down all the stats. We're not winning. So when I see channels like this that really perpetuate feminism, and listen, I'm all for, if y'all follow me, you know I'm not in anybody's corner. I am expressive, I'm opinionated, I'm can be aggressive at times. I control my life, I control my career. I do what I want, you know. But there's this new third wave feminism that I find very, very weird, extremely weird. And I'm really gonna touch on this. And hopefully I won't get a copy strike on this channel. But if I do, whatever. This ain't how I make my money. So I'm okay with that. All right, so moving right along. I saw Kendra D's video. Her name is Kendra D. And I said, oh, wow. Yeah, that's a topic that I also want to talk about, this whole pick me term, because I've been hearing it for a couple of years, maybe 2 years or so, this whole little pick me thing. And I think that women are confused. Like, does it refer to married women? Does it refer to single women? And what is a pick me? So, first of all, this is something that Black women say. That should speak for itself. I'm not even going to go any further with that. You don't hear white women on YouTube talking about pick-me's. You don't hear Asian women on YouTube talking about pick-me's. You don't hear Hispanic women on YouTube talking about pick-me's, because Black women seem to be the only people that care what other women promote and talk about, you know, and have a problem with that. And before I get started, I'm going to do a disclaimer. I don't care if you are a floozy, okay? I really don't. Like, it doesn't affect my life. It doesn't affect me how you use your feminine lady parts. That doesn't affect me, okay? So when people say things like, oh, it's judgment. No, it's not judgment. I'm just telling you how I'm different from you, okay? And I'm trying to lead the young girls that look up to me to do the right thing. So if a young girl, like I was at one point in my life, is interested in being a wife one day because she sees the perks and benefits of being a wife instead of working yourself to death like a slave out here in this world when you don't have to do that, you know, then I'm doing my job. If I could teach a young girl that a high quality man is your best asset and you are his best asset, because together y'all are powerful. If I could tell a young girl that love is real and you can experience it in the most genuine, honest way, then I've done my job. I'm a marriage advocate. I'm a fashion girl. I'm a lot of things. So that's my disclaimer. I don't care if any woman is a floozy. Everyone is free to be a floozy if they so choose to be one. But don't get mad at other women who actually need to be role models for young girls, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with this term pick me. So Kendra D did a video on this. I don't agree with her on a lot of things, especially like all the pro-Black and all that white supremacy. I don't get involved in that. All that does is keep you poor, okay? Worrying about white supremacy and trying to be, you know, fighting for the cause. You need to be worrying about yourself, your family, and leveling up, okay? And God, putting God at the head of all of that. I don't listen for that commentary, but I do like her traditional views on marriage, and I like some of her views on the role of a wife and how to be successful at that with a masculine man, okay? Not a feminine man, a masculine man. So let's go ahead and get started with the what are pick me. Keep watching the video. You'll see. So let's get started.
Oh, pick me. Pick me. I'm the one. I make his plate. I wash his clothes. I roll over every time he taps me on my shoulder.
You may have noticed a growing trend on social media, and we are talking about pick me culture. I'm Shamika Sanders, and these are my co-hosts, Kiara Kelly and Africa Miranda. Pull up a chair because you are watching Listen to Black Women. The term pick me has been floating around social media for some time now, but it got a little exacerbated when Love and Hip Hop Miami star Amara La Negra posted a performative post on Instagram cleaning her man's bathroom. She was in like a Fashion Nova dress, and it sparked a whole bunch of backlash talking about pick me culture. You may be asking yourself, what is pick me culture? Well, Sonia Eskridge wrote in a MadameNoir.com article, a pick me's motivation for shaming other women is men. Everything they do is centered around catching a man. All of which leads us to our question of the week. How do we stop perpetuating pick me culture? Ladies.
I think it's really important to differentiate between being a pick me and just naturally wanting to do.
Okay, so y'all heard what a pick-me is. Apparently a pick-me is a woman who shames other women, and her goal is to get attention from men, I would assume, to be picked, maybe doing extreme things, or I don't know. I think everybody has their own little term or whatever of what it's supposed to mean. But this is what I'll say to this part of the video. Don't you want to be picked? This is the first level of stupidity that I'm going to address. A man has to pick you, okay? You can go out and say, you know, and it's a reciprocal thing, but from a traditionalist standpoint, a man shows interest in you if you're not masculine and don't chase men. He's going to show interest in you, and then you're going to decide if you're going to reciprocate his affection for you, okay? But if he decides not to marry you, you will stay shacking up, or you will stay someone's eternal girlfriend, because a man has to pick you to be his wife. So the first question I have for women is, why are we worried about what that girl was doing? What's her name? Amegra, whatever the girl name is from Love and Hip Hop. Why would anyone care that she's in the bathroom cleaning? Okay, why would anyone care about that? Okay, that's the first question I want you to ask yourself. I don't think it's similar to submission at all. Submission is about respect. A whole nother topic that I will talk about in the Wifey for Lifey group, okay? So my first question is, why is another woman worrying about this girl who is in shape? One, okay, she's in shape. She's very attractive. Whatever her name is, they talked about her. She has a man. Ding, 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 ding. Maybe that's why they mad, because she actually has a man that's probably chasing her because she has the components that men like you having a nice body, you having a nice shape, and you having a pretty face. Now, that's facts. Some men will look at your inside, a few, but most men are going to look at your outside first before they decide to pursue. And that's facts. Okay? So she didn't say you need to clean your bathroom. I don't think she said that on her post. I think she said she was cleaning her man's bathroom. Okay. Now, I am for no one cleaning anyone's bathroom if you're not his wife. Let me be clear about that. That's personal to me, and that's the standard that I set for myself. I'm not cleaning your bathroom. I'm not doing no major cooking. I'm not doing any major house stuff, and I'm not your wife, because I actually have a standard that I lived by, okay? But if a woman chooses to clean her boyfriend's bathroom, her live in love's bathroom, that is her choice. How does that affect anyone else? You know what that's called? Jealousy. They are upset that this in shape woman, who was very attractive, has a man. That's what it seems like to me, because this very interesting term called pick me, but I'm really about to go in a second about who the real pick me's are. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not. It's not. So let's continue with the commentary really quickly.
Things for your partner. Like, if you want to naturally cook and clean because that's what you do, that's fine. The problem is when you get so concerned about what you're doing that you want to shame other women for it. Brandy Angler, who's a relationship psychologist, she told Time Magazine that the worry that we aren't good enough and that someone else is better leads to a hypervigilance around other women in general, which social media tends to make worse. So on social media, you see women really touting their accomplishments. Like, I work a full-time job and I cooked and cleaned the entire house. That's how you keep a man. And that's the problem. Sis, if you want to do all that, all good. But you do not have to put down other women to validate how you want to perform in your relationship.
Well, who's on social media saying this? Because I definitely don't think that's an accomplishment, but that's personal to me. Who is saying this on social media? I worked all day and then I came home and I cooked and cleaned. Child, listen, I don't know who's saying that. I don't. What if a woman, and let's make a distinction here. Are we talking about married women or are we talking about single women? Because as I look at all these women on the panel, it don't look like none of them have one of these. It really doesn't. It don't look like near one. It don't look like none of them have a ring. So I guess they can't really speak for married women. Amara, oh, her name is Amara, that girl they were talking about. Okay, so I don't know if they're referring to married women as pick-me's or are they referring to single women as pick-me's, or women who are dating as pick-me's, people who are desperate for male attention and shame other women. Let me tell you something about this shaming stuff. This is a new thing that's going on into society today. Everybody's hiding behind, you're shaming me. You're shaming me. You're body shaming me. No one's body shaming you. No one's body shaming us. If you're fat, you're fat, okay? No one's body shaming you. Accept it, deal with it, or work on it. If you got something you need to work on and someone points that out, that doesn't mean they're shaming you. That means that either they don't agree or they're making a point. So all this shaming is very weird to me, that everything you do is shaming. I will tell any young girl, don't be a floozy. Does that mean I'm shaming floozies? No, because floozies could use their parts however they want to use them. But I'm going to tell young teens and young 20-year-olds and people who are, young and starting out in life and don't understand the repercussions of some of their sexual behavior and some of the things that they do. I'm going to tell them what the repercussions could be. Not in all cases, but what the repercussions could be. And so it's very irresponsible in today's society that we think we shouldn't have any standard, or that you should be afraid to be traditional, that you should be afraid to say, I don't get down like that. Women shouldn't be afraid to say that and be called like, oh, you're shaming me. You're shaming me. No, you're shaming yourself. That's the problem. You're ashamed of yourself. No one's shaming you. You're triggered. You're triggered because somewhere up in here, what you're doing is either wrong or you feel like no one should call you out on it. One of those two things. And I've been triggered too. I think we all can be triggered on different issues, but this whole shaming thing, that's ridiculous. That's ignorant. Moving right along.
You also see women justifying cheating, saying, if you keep it right, get it tight, that's going to keep your man.
And in pop culture, we see pick-me behavior all the time. and now we just have a name for it. We saw Remy Ma on State of the Culture. She was talking about it's okay to cheat as long as you're not married. And I'm just like, out of these old black hood narratives
what are you
that we get
talking
into,
about?
that we have been just trained, it's been embedded in us. I think about.
Okay, I don't know what Remy Ma was referring to or talking about, but I will say this. No one should cheat on the way to marriage, because to me, dating equals we on the road to marriage. Because if I'm not dating you to marry you, there's no reason for me to marry you. I mean, there's no reason for me to date you. I would just be no reason. I would just do what I do, but I wouldn't be trying to have a relationship with someone if I wasn't going to legally have my rights as a wife. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you this, and some people gonna get mad. He ain't your man till he's your man. Okay. He ain't your man until he signed that dotted line and turns himself over to you as your man. That's just the way it is. And that's just facts. Now, there should be no cheating, because you can't court and date while you lead up to marriage. But maybe Remy Ma just means he ain't your man. He ain't your real man till y'all done signed them papers. And y'all got papers on each other. And y'all got life insurance policies on each other. And y'all's finances are entwined with each other. And y'all have had, a family together, and y'all got a house, and y'all got whatever it is. Everybody's path is different, because me and my husband live a very different lifestyle compared to people our age. We're way more free. We definitely didn't take a traditional path as far as our lifestyle, having children, all that stuff. We kind of did what we wanted to do, and we're happy doing that. But Remy Ma is correct. He ain't your man till he's your man.
Aisha Curry, who is like the quintessential wife to every guy out there, she posted on Twitter about how she just likes to dress more conservative. And Amara La Negra, starting that whole conversation around her cleaning her man's bathroom. Sis, if you want to clean your man's bathroom, do you, boo-boo? Don't tell me about cleaning my man's bathroom. That's not going to get me a man.
Yeah, the performing has just gotten out of hand. Like, some women have even taken it so far that they're buying their own engagement rings and buying gifts to show this like illusion, that their man is doing all these things. Because again, Pick Me is about performance. It's about saying, hey, look at me. And I just feel like it's gone so far that women are expected to excel at work and then come home and I've got to clean your house because that's a reflection of how good your woman is and cook your food.
Whoa. Who made the rule women have to excel at work? I just want to know who made that rule? Feminism? Who made the rule that anybody has to excel at work? Let me tell you something. My parents sent me to college, educated me. I could have been anything I wanted to. I could have been a lawyer. I could have been a doctor. I could have been anything. I come from an educated background with 2 educated parents who were married, who have been married for over 30 years. I could have been anything I wanted to be. I can be anything I want to be. My husband has never looked at me, and we both were young and came from very good families. So we weren't like trying to look for a meal ticket in marriage. We really got married for love, because we didn't come from some poor background where we have to look for a sugar daddy or something like that, or he got to look for a sugar mama. Like, no, our parents provided us with everything we needed up until we were adults. We were in our 20s still getting stuff from our parents, because that's what parents do, I never said to myself, my husband never looked at me and is like, oh, well, you got to excel at work because you got to pay these bills. Like, no. Even when I was in my 20s, my husband always paid the rent. When we were renting, he always paid the rent. Always. When we got married, he always did that. Nobody, no masculine man is telling a woman she got to excel at her career unless he needs your check. Yeah, he gonna tell you to excel at your career. If he needs your half, he gonna tell you. And not to say that women don't contribute in a marriage, but what I'm saying is, y'all know I'm not a proponent of a man sitting down, spreading the bills out, talking about this is your half and this is my half. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Because what is the perk of being a wife if you pay 50-50? I don't understand it. And then on top of it, you got some women out here that not only split the rent, they take care of the kids, they clean the house, they do everything. I personally, and this is personally, I don't see the benefit of that. That's not biblical. That's not biblical. So this is the problem. Women want to be men. That's what they really want. They want to be men. So they want all the rights of a man. And I'm not talking about the rights that we should have. Okay. Please, no one leave me a stupid comment. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like they want to literally be viewed as a man, but still have a man. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Either you're going to be feminine or you're going to be masculine. If you masculine, the men out here are going to treat you masculine. They're going to sleep with you. They're going to date you for a while. They might date you for a few years, but they never going to marry you because you cannot have power over them, because your power is your femininity with a masculine man. That is your power. That's my power over my husband. That is the only way I have power over him. It's not with how much money I make. It's not back in the day when I was mouthing and doing this and the attitude. That is how I got power over him. How I got power over him is using my femininity. Even in the workplace, not in a sexual way, but learning how to use your skills and your gifts over being emotional and reactive. Let's continue.
Have sex, raise these kids, be perfect. It's too much. Like, when do Black women get a break? Like, girl, let yourself off the hook. Like, it's okay.
So let's take it to these social media streets and see what people are tweeting about sufficient. A real woman,
because it's stupid.
Be who you are.
And we have one more from Forever Quell.
It's just
taking this whole thing of being your man's piece to the nth degree. Like, being his piece means you don't have an opinion. We polled our Madame Noir audience to find out what you all think about pick-me culture. We asked, who's most at fault when a man cheats? With 99% of you luckily saying the man. Okay, because pick-me's will be out here being like, well, sis, he cheated because you weren't sucking him good enough, or he cheated because you put on some pounds. No. The person who is responsible for cheating, if a man is cheating on you, it's his fault.
Now, I agree with that. If your man cheat on you, that is his fault. That is all his fault. That is not how you handle problems in a relationship. How you handle problems, now I'm speaking from a marriage perspective, people who are marriage minded, who are on that road to marriage or who are married. Because I don't know who these women are talking about. They can't possibly be talking about wives, but I'm just playing devil's advocate just in case they are talking about wives. If a man cheats on you, that's all on him. That was his decision. But to say you can't do things to push a man to cheat on you is stupid. Because you can definitely push a man to cheat on you if he has that in him. If he has that kind of character, you can definitely do some things to push him out the door, all the way out the door. So to say that's not, and same thing with a woman. A man could do things to a woman to give her that little kick if she has low moral character for her to go out the door, vice versa.
Also asked, do hoes deserve to be wives? With 83% of saying yes, everybody deserves love. Some of y'all lying. There would be no pick-me culture if 83% believe that. And pick-me culture can go either way, because you can have...
Do hoes deserve to be a wife? Was the poll question. Who has these kind of poll questions? We got to do better as a community, okay? We got to do better. We got to have better conversations, more intelligent conversations than this. But since this is the topic of the video, listen, if a man wants to marry a floozy, he can marry a floozy. That is his right. There are men out here who have a floozy mentality. Your rappers, your drug dealers, your low moral men, that they might be attracted to floozies. They might wife her right on up. It happens. But why is this a question? Moving on.
Women who are more sexually expressive, shaming the women who might be a little more prudish and being like, well, if you were doing this and this in the bedroom, you would have kept your man. Then on the other side, you have the women who may be a little more sexually conservative, shaming the women who are out there saying, well, if you weren't so out there, you probably would be married. Either side, it does not matter.
Pick me lines. I'm a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheet.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that's a pick me line. Everybody used to say that so much back in the day. We were sitting.
So I almost called my Black sisters a name. I'm glad. Let me tell you, without Jesus, I would be at the bottom of the barrel in moral character. I really would be. I would be at the bottom of the barrel in moral character. So thank God for Jesus, like my grandma, like the grandmas and aunties used to say. Now, let me say this. Any woman who doesn't understand the concept of, first of all, that phrase has a deeper meaning. Being a freak in the bedroom and a lady in the streets. That is a very good mentality to have. And only a floozy would have any other type of mentality, which we've already said it's fine to be a floozy if you so choose to be one, because some people's mama was a floozy. Some people, that's all some people know. Their whole family is full of floozies. So listen, we got young girls out here who don't know any better. They don't know any better. They ain't seen nothing better. If I'm gonna use my street vernacular, they don't know any better. So I don't judge young girls. I taught young girls. You know, I taught middle school, I taught high school, I saw all kinds of things. So I don't judge a young teen or a young girl who's trying to find her way in life who didn't have guidance. But these are grown women. I know one of these chicks is pushing 40. I know these are not young little girls. They don't look young. Maybe the one in the middle looks kind of young, but they don't look young. They don't look like young girls. Okay? So the fact that they would actually promote the idea to be a floozy is very interesting to me. And the fact that they don't understand the term, be a freak in the bedroom and a lady in the street, means you carry yourself with class and dignity and respect, because that's how you attract high quality men. High quality men are men that are ambitious, hard workers, have a career, God-fearing, trustworthy, dependable, honest, reliable. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not going to find a perfect spouse. But overall, their moral character outweighs the bad. Okay? So a high quality man is going to look at your character. Okay? He is going to want to have a woman on his arm that hasn't been through 50 dudes, unless you're Kanye West. He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. We're not talking about these people in the fake world of Hollywood. We're talking about normal, average people who are dating. So I don't understand how any woman who calls herself a role model, and maybe these women don't call themselves role models to younger women in their teens and early 20s. I don't understand how anyone could say they disagree with the term being a lady in the bedroom. I mean, being a freak in the bedroom and a lady in the streets. I don't understand that. I don't. That's very strange. That's a feminist agenda. Okay. It's not about women's rights anymore, because women already have their rights. Okay. There are certain areas where there needs to be improvement as far as equal pay for equal experience, something women hardly address. You know, the equal pay needs to be for equal experience. And, you know, there are times when not just men abuse their power, women abuse their power too. So we know that there are cases in our society, and I'm speaking of as an American, there are cases in society where women do go through certain things and it's hard to navigate. But let me tell you, American women, y'all have it easy. You have it easy compared to women all over the world that I meet all of the time. You have it easy. Your struggle ain't real, okay? Our ancestors, those women who fought for us to have rights, to vote, to have choices, to not be held down and, not be able to spread our wings with career and make decisions for ourselves with motherhood and when we were going to do things, like those days are over. So the type of don't be fooled by this weird third wave feminism. See, this type of feminism is, I will never have a man. And if I do, he's going to give me the bare minimum because I'm masculine. I'm not feminine. I don't think I got to cook. I don't think I got to clean. I think I could be out of shape and be top notch. You could be a top notch girl at 300 pounds. I don't know who's raising people anymore. It's delusional. We got to be real with ourselves as women about our flaws, about things we have to work on, and let the men handle the men issues. See, I don't deal with men. I deal with women because I'm a woman. I can't speak to what a man should do besides what the Bible tells me my husband needs to do for me. Besides that, I can't fight his fight as a man. He's a grown man. He got a mama. I'm not his mama. And whatever issues he has, he got to work them out. But he has to serve the role that God said he was going to serve for me. But what I don't understand about these women is you don't want to be chaste. You don't want to be chaste until you meet the man that honors your body, your mind, your soul, wants to take care of you, wants to be a protector, wants to be a provider. You don't want to be as chaste as you can. And I'm not even talking about being a virgin, because we know it's hardly any of those out here. We know it's hardly any virgins out here. So I'm not even talking about being a virgin, but just being mindful of how you use your feminine allure and how you use your most precious, sacred part of your body. And being more mindful of who you procreate with and who you give your womb to and who you allow to be the father of your child. So all of that comes from being mindful of who you sleep with. So this is stupid. I mean, I don't know what to say. And let me tell you who the true pick-me's are. Let's get into that right now. Because like I said, I don't know if they were referring to single women or married women or just any woman at all who they deem as shaming other women and coddling men, I guess is what they think, and doing whatever a man tells you to do. I don't know what they're talking about. But let me tell you who the true pick-me is. A true pick-me is you giving your body and your womb and a child to someone who didn't honor you with, I want you to be my wife. That's a pick-me. A pick-me is somebody who has no standard. Because I got standards, high standards. A pick-me is someone who says, oh, I'll live with you. I'll live with you. We can just live together. We can just live together. It's okay. You know, all these women talking about shaming, and all they did was shame other women. They actually brought in Ayesha Curry. And what could you say about Ayesha Curry? Let me tell you, I have so much respect for Ayesha Curry. Like, I feel very connected to her as far as like her passion for her career, but yet she's so passionate about being a mother. And you can tell that she's juggling it all, like being a wife, having her own identity outside of her famous husband, and being an entrepreneur, being that boss chick, but also being very feminine and she has a masculine edge. So I can tell she really tries really hard because her voice is real deep and she can be she can present herself as masculine, because people think feminine is just like, oh, your hair, you know, long hair and, you know, a certain look. But being feminine goes way deeper than that. It's your essence, it's your attitude, it's the way you talk, it's the way you interact with other people. And so I can tell she puts effort into being that woman. And how can you be mad at a woman who says, I like to be covered up unless it's my man? You know, I'm more reserved, I'm more covered up. Because who are you showing your body for? See, the thing that is funny about these women is that they're wearing super revealing clothes to impress men, but they just won't say it. They won't say I'm with, or they're lesbian, one of the two, which is fine. You know, that's not my lane. You know, so either you're a lesbian, which that's an agenda being pushed to. Either you're a lesbian, or you don't need no man. You could just be a lesbian. You know, and I've seen so many people who were straight and now you're a lesbian. That's weird to me, because I feel like if you were a lesbian, you would be a lesbian from the time I met you, right? But no, you're no longer a lesbian. Or then you have some people who are lesbian for 3 years and now you are straight for 2 years. I don't understand it. It's all over the place. So I feel like, why are you wearing revealing clothes? Why do we wear revealing clothes? To get attention. That's why we wear revealing clothes, okay? But no, none of these broads will say that though. They're gonna pretend, oh, I wear it for me. You know, I wear it for me because it makes me feel good. You're lying. You wear it for attention, either from other women or you wear it for other men. Because we don't need to wear sexy clothes for ourselves. Now, we can wear sexy clothes to feel good. You do feel good when you look good. And you know, I teach that in my fashion group. When you look good, you get treated better. You get privilege. You get perks. So I'm not talking about like putting yourself together as a well-presented package. I'm talking about being super revealing. You're doing that for attention. Anytime I wore super revealing clothes, I was doing that for attention. Either from my man or from whoever when I was a young girl, you know, and I really never did wear really sexy clothes like that until I got married. That's really when I started wearing more like fitted clothes and getting into style. Like that happened later on in my maturity. So, you know, you can't even listen to people because they lie to themselves. They lie to their own selves. So you can't even listen to them. All right, let's wrap this up.
Here, happily being pick-me's.
Happily. Well, that's why I think pick-me's have.
Oh, the pick-me. You're the pick-me. How many men have you been through? And how many of those men gave you a ring? How many times you been in different relationships doing all kind of stuff for men? Helping them out, giving them money, letting them drive your car. Did that result in a marriage? How many boyfriends you didn't have? And did you sleep with them all? So who's the pick-me? A woman who's chaste, trying to live her best life and keep her body count down and be a role model and carry herself right and do the best she can. Who's the pick-me? A woman who knows how to cook and clean and take care of her man and do the things for her man that is going to help her reap the benefits of being good to her man. Because when you're good to a man, I don't know if anybody ever told these women this, but when you're good to when you choose well, first step, when you choose well and you're with a high quality man, there's no stopping of what he does for you. My husband do all kinds of stuff for me, all of the time, like daily, weekly. I don't have to beg for anything. I don't have to play no games. I don't have to play no tricks, because to him, I'm irresistible. That's what they got to find. Somebody who finds them irresistible. But you know what? You're not gonna find it being masculine and trying to be a man, trying to argue with a man, trying to compete with a man. That's women problem. Y'all trying to compete with your man. And it ain't no competition. Y'all supposed to be a team, and you trying to compete with your man. Child, I'm done. Let's wrap
Like the
this
pick
up.
me culture has been here. Now we just have a name for it. Because I mean, I'm Southern. So like if there's anything as a Southern woman you've been raised to be, it's kind of pick me. And it actually brings us to our next conversation segment. And there's a writer for the blog, Black Women Cry, and she gives her personal views on this whole pick me culture. And she basically says that pick me's are women who are conditioned to internalize misogyny and changes their behavior to fit the narratives of a sexist society. What you've done is basically saying all this messaging that I've received my whole life that women are less than and that we've got to dance
I'm not
to get a man. You're now saying, you know what, I'm going to own it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to down you. I'm going to down you. And I'm going to down any woman that doesn't fit into this like performative version of femininity. And it's.
And let me tell you what her problem is. She doesn't want to compete. And that's the same thing that Kendra D said on her video. Women think they don't have to compete. I don't mean compete with other women. You have to be in the race and compete against yourself. You have to be the best version of yourself. And we know when we're not the best version of ourselves. I've been taking a very reflective look at myself lately. And like looking at my skin, looking at my body weight, looking at my shape, looking at my career, looking at where I need to develop, looking at, where I need to go in the next 3 years. I'm very self-critical because you need to do that to be able to compete, because there are not enough men for all of the women out here. So somebody's going to take a L in this game of love. Somebody's going to take a L. And I would say that would be the low-hanging fruit among the groups of women that's going to have to take that L for the most part. Those women who think they are men, they don't understand that what attracts a masculine man to you is not masculinity, it's femininity. They don't care how much money you make. They don't care about your career. They don't care about none of that. They could care less. Now, not to say they're not interested in that, and that they don't want you to thrive and be successful and be whatever you want to be, because whatever I wanted to be, my husband would support it. Whatever I wanted to be. If I wanted to go out and get a job, my husband would support it. He would never try to hold me back from being ambitious, because he ain't got time to worry about me. He's out here working, doing his own thing, being the provider that he's supposed to be. He don't have time to be micromanaging me. So I don't understand where these philosophies come from. I don't understand where these theories come from. It could be a generational thing, because we got a generation of people passing on bad information. Bad information. And let's see what they end with.
So damaging.
These ideals were formulated so long ago. Gender roles have changed so much. Where, back in the day, it was the
gender roles have not changed. Women decided that they were going to step outside of their gender role. And I don't mean the gender role of cooking, cleaning, and washing clothes. I mean, women decided, I am no longer going to be feminine and get special treatment and be treated special. I want to be treated as your equal. Now, me and my husband, we are equals. God sees us the exact same. We are equals. But when it comes to masculine and feminine energy, well, that's where he has a leg up on me. I am that soft, and I had to become this. If I would have known how easy it is to get everything I wanted out of life, I would have been doing this when I first got married. I really would have not been so dumb. Okay? When it comes to my husband, he is masculine. He is the head of the home. He puts it down. He does what he's supposed to do for the most part. And I am that feminine energy that's backing him up. Okay? When it comes to us being people, we are here. But in the home, I am that feminine, that weaker vessel. I'm weak. I need you. Listen, I can't work that hard. Like, I need to do things I love. I need to spend my day getting lattes, and I need to, I can't take this trash out. Honey, this box is too heavy. I can't carry this box. I can't, Ah, what's opening a door for yourself? I don't open up any doors for myself. If my husband is there, he opens the door. Okay. What do you mean? I'm the weaker vessel, and I don't mind being the weaker vessel at all. I am the weaker vessel, and I need you in my life to be that backbone. But what you do when you say we are equal, I want equal treatment. I want, I want the same things that you want. I want to compete with you about who's the head of the home, who's masculine. I want to give you tit for tat. I'm lazy. I don't want to do anything extra. But yeah, I want you to, like Kendra D said, I want your money, but I don't want to do anything extra. And maybe that's the thing now. Women are like, oh, I'm independent. I don't need a man for nothing. Let me tell you something. I need my husband for everything. Every single thing. I need his emotional support. I need his love. I need his beautiful smile. I need him to continue paying bills. I need him for all that. I'm not an independent woman at all. I'm not. I don't even use that term. When people be like, "You're an independent woman," I'm not independent. I'm not independent at all. No. Now, y'all know I'm a boss chick. Y'all know I have multiple online businesses. I have things offline that I don't even share, that me and my husband are doing. I have my own money. I could totally make it without my husband, and he could totally make it without me. But that's not how we operate. We operate under God's divine order for how things are supposed to be. He is supposed to be the provider. He is supposed to be the protector. He is supposed to love me like himself, because that's what the Bible says. So when women are talking about patriarchy, first of all, no such thing exists in America. It's even ignorant to say that. and now that I'm I'm well traveled now. I'm going here, I'm going there. I'm meeting people from all over the world. I didn't even have an understanding of what patriarchy is until being in the Middle East and meeting people from all over Asia, from Asian countries, meeting people from India, meeting people from all over the world, and seeing what true patriarchy is. If you know what true patriarchy is, American women need to sit down and have a seat. Okay, sit down or have a seat. Choose one. Have a whole seat, because I don't think American women understand what patriarchy is and what that means. Ain't nothing holding us back in America. We can be whatever we want to be. You can be in the army. You can be in a government official. Now, we haven't got that woman president yet, but I'm sure that will happen one day with the right candidate. There's certain milestones that women haven't reached, but let me tell you, we are checking the list off. We are CEOs. We're doing women who apply themselves, who know what they want, and who reach for their goals. Being a woman ain't gonna stop them from that. They might have barriers, but being a woman is not gonna stop anyone. If that's God's plan for your life, and you tell God, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, this is where I want to go. Being a woman is not gonna stop you in America. That is a false narrative. That is a very false narrative that people are spewing out. So if you single, I wouldn't even look at this channel if I was single, because let me tell you something. You're gonna stay single. You're gonna stay single.
Labor.
If you have this kind of attitude, if you have this kind of spirit, femininity is not in you. femininity is not in you, because let me tell you, feminine women understand we do whatever it takes to get what we want. I know my man, okay? You gotta, and I say this in the group, my Wifey for Lifey group. The link is in the description box. You gotta learn your man. You gotta learn what make him tick. You gotta learn what he likes. Because when you do that, you're helping yourself, fool.
Women stayed and tended to the house and the children, but women, we are working just as much as men these days. So these pick-me ideals, they just don't work anymore.
And there should be equality because, again,
I don't know what pick-me ideals they were referring to, but they work. They work for plenty of the women who don't work, who stay at home with their kids and can raise their kids, who don't work anywhere, who stay home, have their own businesses, spend their days getting coffee and shopping at the mall. I mean, I guess it works if you know how to do it.
I don't mind fixing a plate. I don't mind like folding clothes. Totally fine with doing that. But I will absolutely do it for a partner that I know will fix my plate or will do something else for me. And I think
that's common sense. And I'm just gonna end on this. I'm really done with these ladies. I'm done. That's common sense. If you pick a man who wouldn't make your plate, who wouldn't do whatever it took if you were sick, who's not kind to you, who's not loving toward you, who doesn't reciprocate love, because relationship is about reciprocation. Okay? Both people got to be in that thing all the way. So if you chose a man who didn't reciprocate his love the way you express your love, well, that's an L you're going to have to take. But anybody with common sense, that don't even have to be said. My husband, you know, I tend to be lazy sometimes. I've told my husband, can you pass me that remote? The remote was like on the next table. Of course, he goes and he does it. You know, of course he would make my plate. Of course he lotions my feet. Whatever I wanted him to do. Whatever I need him to do, whatever I need him to provide, that is within his means to provide, please believe I'm gonna get it. So that's common sense right there. To me, that shouldn't even have to be said because that's a common sense thing. Because when you're in a good relationship, the reciprocation of love flows naturally. And I know there are women out there who don't believe in love. Those are people that probably had no dads. Those are people that had really bad relationships. Those are people who chose men who cheated on them every time they were in relationship. I hear these women talk about like, oh, all men are dogs. A man could never truly love you. No, a man could never truly love you. A man could never truly love you, sis. There's plenty of men out here that truly love their women, give their women everything and anything. So that's a lie from the pit of hell that Satan wants to spread around to y'all, that all men cheat, all men lie, all men are dogs, you know, all men. That's a lie. That's a lie. So I don't know where to end with this pick me thing. I don't know where to end on this pick me nonsense, but this is what I'm gonna say. Don't be a floozy. And this is for my young girls, because if you are old floozy, I can't help you anyway. But this is for my young girls, my teens. Don't be a floozy. Guard your body with your life. Set boundaries for yourself so that you can be respected, because this is what women want. They want to be hoes and be respected too. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, because don't nobody respect a hoe but another hoe. It don't work like that. Whatever fantasy women want to have of equality, and we know, and first of all, you shouldn't be attracted to a man who is out here sleeping with every single woman that he sees, bragging about it. Oh, I slept with her. What kind of, you wouldn't even be dealing with these kind of men anyway. That's out here doing this type of stuff. Because that speaks to your character. If you out here messing with men that didn't slept with every woman he ever saw in his life, like he never saw a woman before. So this is common sense stuff that I just don't understand why it's not common sense. This is really common sense stuff. Young girls, keep your legs closed. Set some boundaries. Get to know people before you trust them. Don't give anybody your womb until they place a ring on your finger. Don't give anybody your womb until they place a ring on your finger. And do not marry someone that you have not gotten to know, met their family, met their friends, spent some time talking about real issues, get premarital counseling, pray. And if you do all those things and it doesn't work out, well, it just didn't work out. But you know what? You are going to leave that marriage knowing that you did things in order. And I guarantee you, you'll have love again. We are going to get it. I said this in the video the other night. Everybody's going to get their share of heartache in life. Some people, it will be through love. Some people, it will be through finances. Some people, it will be through your health. Some people, it will be through family. Some people, it will be through career. Everybody's going to get their fair share of heartache in this life. No one is going to escape that. No one. So just make good decisions for yourself and learn how to seduce men and communicate with men and be feminine and get what you desire out of life by giving off what God naturally gave you. Esther, Queen Esther in the Bible, beautified herself for a year before meeting the king. For a whole year, she beautified herself in the Bible before meeting the king. Because Esther knew when she stepped in front of that king, she had to be right and tight. She knew she had to be on point. So this idea that you don't have to look good, we can gain as much weight as we want, our looks don't matter because men are going to look on the inside. Yeah, a man who don't have nothing. A man who has nothing to lose. A man who ain't got nothing going for himself. Yeah, he going to look on the inside. But a man that has any type of option where he can control his situation, he going to be looking at the outside first. And you're not even going to be approached if you're not looking like you care about yourself. And this is something I had to really reflectively look at myself because, yeah, I look good, but I could look even better. So if you need to level up your fashion, beauty, join the Level Up group. It's not a level up group, but that's what we're doing. But we're not leveling up to get a man. We're leveling up to network, to feel more good in our careers, to feel good about ourselves, self-esteem. It's not a level up group to get a man because that's basic. You ain't got to do nothing to level up to get a man. Because if you take care of yourself, you're going to get a man. A man is not the issue. That's an insignificant issue. That will never be a problem for me. That's insignificant. But what we need to do is take a reflective look at ourselves. And this nonsense is nonsense. That's basically what it is. It's a bunch of foolishness. So my advice to young women is equal rights for women. Be a strong woman if that's what you want to be classified as. But the more masculine you are, the more you're going to have issues meeting a masculine man who is going to be willing to work, come home, take care of you, and let you live the life that you want to live. You're gonna have to do it all for yourself. You're gonna have to be super independent if you come to the relationship with that kind of attitude. And with that, I'm done, y'all. And remember who the real pick-me's are.